So this is bound to piss some people off, but I don't really give a fuck because when have I ever? So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with my own experiences. You get really involved into this game and you have all these ideas about the game, and you have all these things that you wish were different about the game, and you have all these opinions on things and hot takes and constructive criticism, and you know, everybody thinks that they know what the best version of the game is, right? And what I realized was it didn't matter like how much I would voice my opinion or how much the community would voice their opinion. Bungie had the direction that the game was going to go, and it didn't matter what I thought or what I wanted or what anybody wanted. The game was going in the direction that it wanted to go, so it was pretty much useless to try to control that and just keep hoping. Like, you know, I'd be like, okay, well, maybe it'll, like, you know, maybe things will come back, maybe those secrets will come back, maybe this will come back, and I just kept like hoping, and they just never would. You know, Destiny's PvE has always been and will always be a priority of the game, and I know people don't like to hear this, right? I know people don't like to hear this, but Destiny is a PvE game with PvP intertwined within it, but it is a PvE game at its core, and has always been and will always be a PvE game at its core with PvP mixed in, which gives it that cool blend of genres that we all know. You know, if you take away PvP from Destiny, it's not Destiny anymore. Destiny needs the PvP in it. However, it's a fucking PvE game at its core, and people fucking freak out. I've literally seen people freak out about that, but I mean, if you can't fucking see that at this point, then you're fucking lost. You are so beyond like oblivious to what's going on. So the vibe that has been happening for fucking years and it's always been like this. It's like people want this PvP game to just constantly have all of these, like Destiny. They want this Destiny PvP game to just have all of these focused updates on PvP, and they want it to be the next like competitive PvP game, you know, and it's never been like that. So I don't know where this even came from in the first place. So like fucking years ago, I'm like, all right, like Destiny is definitely more of a PvE game, but okay, I mean, you know, I hope that the PvP gets service, but it's never going to be a priority. They're not just going to drop all the PvE and just balance the game on PvP. Like, enjoy the PvP, that's great. I'm not hating on people that do, right? But let's remember where Destiny's focus is here. And then another year goes by, and it's, you know, I'm not happy. PvP does not make me happy. And it's like, dude, this is the same conversation that we had last year. Like, Destiny is a PvE focused game. Like, you're not gonna get what you want out of Destiny's PvP. I'm pretty sure we've made that clear now for like all of Destiny 1 and now a couple years into Destiny 2, and then another year goes by and all I see is PvP, not happy. Why aren't we getting this? We haven't got this. We haven't seen this. And it's like, dog, this, what fucking year is it now? How many years are we gonna go over this? Like, you keep expecting these things from Bungie, and it's very clear that this is not where their attention and their efforts are, and their energy and their money is going towards. Like, their money is going towards the bigger picture of Destiny. And you know, this is before we knew about Marathon and other things, so it's very clear where their resources are going, right? Destiny doesn't hate the PvP community. It's just, Destiny is not a fucking competitive PvP game for like 6 years now. And then another year goes by, and another year goes by, and it's just at the point where it's like all these fucking PvP players do. I'm not lumping every PvP player in the entire world. There's tons of people that are making changes, and I respect that, and I appreciate you, and I hope that you find happiness. But overall, the general vibe of Destiny and what the PvP players want is it's just constant disappointment and never getting what they want, and always thinking that there's something around the corner or the next update, or that they're entitled to this or entitled to that, or that this needs to happen, or that Bungie hasn't been servicing them, or what kind of fucking, like, are they even listening? It's just like all these things that are just fucking made up, that have never ever been a thing in the first place, and they're always unhappy and they're always complaining. Why are you still here? Move on. Like you are so fucking stuck that in this thing that is just going to spin and spin and spin and spin and spin in the same spot, and it's never going to go anywhere, and you're literally just making zero progress always, and yet you still have the same upsetting, negative, complaining, unhappy vibes that you're just projecting to the entire community, and then it just snowballs. And that's what's happening. It's like this, dude. It's just negative energy, just fucking all the time, and it just gets worse every season and every season and every season, and it's the same fucking conversations all the time. And that's what's happening. And what's the word? Exhausting, draining, same shit. You know what I mean? And it comes to a point where, like, if you're one of these people that is just like, if you're in chat right now and you're one of these people and you feel extremely called out, and you're like, I mean, that's me, right? I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm knocking on your skull, and I'm saying, wake the fuck up, because nothing's gonna change, especially now with Marathon, which is I think the biggest reason all of this drama is getting worse is because of Marathon. Marathon made things way worse, because now everyone has a cause, right? Now everyone has something to point at. Oh, it's because of this. And you know what? They're probably fucking right, which gives you even more reason to move the fuck on. Like, if you're that unhappy season after season with Destiny, then that's your own fucking fault at this point. Like if you're playing Destiny for PvP and you were just that upset season after season, and it is just such a fucking grueling thing that it's this self-induced at this point, because nothing's gonna happen. And if Destiny comes out with a huge fucking PvP revamp, you know, the whole game becomes a PvP focused, I'll eat my words, but I'm telling you right now, that's not gonna fucking happen. So you're gonna keep living in your shitty little unhappy bubble, expecting Destiny PvP to become exactly what you want it to be. It's never gonna become exactly what you want it to be, and you need to move on, and you need to realize this and have some self-awareness and knock on your own fucking fucked up skull, because it's the same shit every year, you know? I just like, I want to see my friends be happy, man. I want to see my friends be happy, and I just see so many people not happy all the time. It's the same, brother. It's the same shit. I mean, is it like at some point, because I see what people are saying, right? People don't want to leave. They're stuck. It's how they're, you know, we're talking like content creators, I guess, right? They're stuck. It's how they're making money. They can't leave. They'll lose their, you know, income. I get what you're saying, but at some point, doesn't there have to be a breaking point? And if you're not at that breaking point after 9 fucking years, like when does that break it? Do you just hate your fucking life for like 15 years, and then you retire and you're like, all right, cool, that was fun, I fucking hated all of that? Like at some point there has to be like a point where you make a change. Like what is life without taking risks and making changes? How are you supposed to grow as a person? Everybody can do, even if it's something as simple as just limiting your playtime to like 2 hours a day or a couple hours a week, and then doing other things that make you happy. That could be other games, that could be other hobbies. Like, I want people to be happy. That's ultimately what this comes down to, is I don't like seeing people so upset all the time. And it's so obvious, like, where this energy is coming from. And a lot of creators have been doing that lately, and it warms my heart to see it. And there's more coming. Like there's a lot more creators and friends of mine that are Destiny mains that are making moves and are doing things. And you just, as a PvE player, you cannot main this game as a hardcore PvE loot grinder. It's just not that type of game anymore. If you're a PvE player, you're playing this game and you're creating your own content. And it's as sad as that is, that's the reality of it from a PvE player. Because once day one raids are done, it's just the same old shit with the same old fucking model and the same old drip feed and the same old bullshit. So essentially you're just creating your own content, or you're doing things that are creating incentive or challenge for yourself. It's just, that's the PvE lifestyle. And if you're playing Destiny PvE hardcore, that's exactly what you're doing, right? Or you're just an uber collector and you want to collect everything in the entire game, which is going to create more content for you as well. But, and then, you know, if you're, like I said, you're the PvP player, I think I've already covered that. You're just constantly waiting for these updates that you want that are just never going to happen. Destiny is a great game. Wonderful game. It's just a fucking burnout when you try to grind it more than it provides. And it's been around for a long time. Probably for the more than half of the life of some of you in chat right now. Anybody under the age of 20, Destiny's been around for literally over half of your life.